and let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one.
Hey guys, we're going to go over two-way radios today. In fact, I'm going to go over the Hytera BD552i. So stay tuned. We make holsters. We have custom holsters that we make, so you can go check those holsters out. defensetraining.org/holsters. All right, back to the video. All right guys, I'm back. We're going to go over the Hytera BD552i. This is basically an in-the-door professional radio, so it's not the bottom level. I think it's 2 tiers up from their bottom one. And it looks like this. So we've got the radio here. It's got your on-off volume control here. It's got your channel control. It's got 12 channels, I believe. It's got your, so we'll cover the name up here, but it's got right here where you could put a tag. So we've got our name and stuff, and then the number of the radio. And right here is the mic. So in here is the mic. That doesn't interfere with the mic. You've got your push to talk here, of course, and this one right here is the battery button. So you push it in. It's kind of hard, but you push it in real hard, and then it flashes big across the screen. I don't normally do that because when you're talking and stuff and the screen, it's a digital screen, actually lights up. It shows the battery anyway. Couple things about them. They work really well for what we do. We use them in a church setting, and we have 2 buildings, and they're a couple hundred feet apart basically. And they work from one to the other very, very well. They work all across our property very well. I don't know the total distance. What I do suggest is go to twowayradiocenter.com, and they've got a chat, or you can call them or you can email them, tell them what you got, because they'll ask you a bunch of questions. So at twowayradiocenter.com, they'll ask you what your setup is. You know, do you have one building, 2 buildings, how big is your campus, stuff like that. And then, of course, I told them we had one larger building with a sanctuary, a few classrooms, some bathrooms, kitchen, stuff like that. And then we have a smaller building, bathroom and office and some classrooms. And they're like, okay, how far are they apart? We told them, you know, we got actual footage of how basically the furthest corner to the other corner, and then how big our property was. And then they gave us a suggestion. So that's what I suggest you do. Say, go to them, and they'll tell you what it is. They're in Greer, South Carolina. They're 45 minutes from us. So I just went and picked them up. And when you get them, when you order them, there's one suggestion I have. So typically when you order it, you will key it up or push to talk to call out, and then let go or to call in and then let go to call out. It beeps. When you first get it, every single time. And if you wear the earpieces, I'll go over the earpieces here in a minute. So I have the earpiece in my ear. When it's in the earpiece especially, it is super loud. It will make your ears ring, even on the lowest setting, because the beep doesn't tone down, not that I know of. They have to program everything. So I suggest when you call and order them, whichever ones you get on the professional line, if they beep when you push to talk, either have the beep turned all the way down or off. We just had ours turned off. So it doesn't beep when we push it to talk, but it does beep when you cut it on. So if you have the earpiece, leave the earpiece out, cut it on, and then put the earpiece in, and then pull the earpiece out, cut it off, because it beep, and it is loud, guys. I'm telling you, it is loud. It is annoying. It is aggravating. And I've used quite a few radios over my lifetime. I'm more Motorola, but the Motorola line's super expensive. These are not cheap. The Motorola is super expensive. But when you cut it on, it gives an audible beep, and I'm going to cut it on all the way, the volume all the way down, and you'll see it start coming up. So now imagine that volume in your ear, because that's what it's going to be. That is loud. And I had the microphone, I had this little microphone speaker covered up a little bit. So I highly suggest taking the beep out. So now when I mash it, there's no beep when I push to call or I let go to end the call. There's no beep either way, or what you call keying. You key up or key out, right? There's no beep at all, which is what I suggest. And then when you cut it off, make sure you pull the earpiece out, because again, it's going to beep again. And that's going to be in your ear, and I'm telling you, it's crazy loud. Now I have, my ears are bad anyway from doing a lot of shooting. I've been told that some people call it shooter's ear. A little muffled in the left ear. However, certain tones really deafen my ear. Even when we're singing in church, some people hit those certain tones and I have to cover my ear up. But I can put the earpiece in and I don't have to do that anymore. Super heavy duty hook here. So we've got the super heavy duty hook. And also it's got the battery back here. It comes with a charger, so it mounts into the charger, a little charging cradle basically. It sits there. And also you don't have to pull the clip to pull the battery. A lot of radios I've used in the past in the security field, we had to pull the clips off to pull the battery out. You don't have to do this, so we can just swap this battery if it goes bad. They should last a long time. As far as the battery is concerned, you should not have to charge it every single time because you're not constantly talking on it, not in most church settings. And we do talk quite a bit in ours, but even if you use it for 2 services at church or even probably all day long, you wouldn't have to charge it. If you used it Sunday and Wednesday, maybe charge it at that point. Maybe. I'd keep an eye on it because, batteries, you don't want to keep them all fully. You want to drain them and then bring them back up, right? For all your lithiums and stuff. It's got your accessory here. So I'll bring the accessory in here. So we've got the accessory right here. And with that accessory, it has that screw in there. I'll see if we can see it right there, that screw. So you pop it in and you screw it in, kind of like the back of a computer. You do those connections as well. Really heavy duty, and the part that hooks onto is really heavy duty. Decent little flimsy antenna. It works well. Heavy duty. It shouldn't just break. It's got good rubberized coating over it. Not huge, right? So it's not huge, easy to carry. So I've got mine back here right now. Now, of course, I'd have that on my belt, and I'd be dressed a little bit different for church as well. For you guys that wear your sport coats all the time or your polo shirts, whatever you wear, we can hide it better than this. I just have the mic out right here. Now, with the mic and the earpiece, a couple of things with this. I suggest going to the earpiece because they're super easy. Plus, they make deterrents, right? So if you have this earpiece in, you got 2 to 4 guys, 6 to 8 guys like we have walking around with these earpieces. That becomes a deterrent along with your cameras and stuff as well. But with that deterrent, it makes it easy to hear. I can stand here talking to somebody starts talking in, and then I can listen as I'm talking to somebody, not break the conversation. And if I have to radio out, with the radio out, you have this little microphone right here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little hole right there for the microphone, and then it's got your push to talk right there. Now you can put this anywhere on you. This is kind of mimicking the sport coat, right? So it would be kind of clipped on, and you can clip it to the inside of your sport coat as well. Get it turned around here. Alright, so and then you would push to talk. However, when you're talking, you don't lean down. We don't do this to talk. So these mics are made to stand here. I can carry on a conversation with somebody. Let me get this thing set up right so I feel more comfortable. So it would be more like on the inside of the lapel, the jacket right here, right? Or your sports shirt. It would be a little higher, but not bad. But when you're talking, you don't lean down or you don't pull it up. That muffles it. So basically, you talk like you're carrying on a conversation with somebody else. So I can literally be talking to somebody, and I can say, hold on a second, help needed at the front door, help needed at the front door, just like this, and they will be able to hear me. That's all you have to do. You don't have to lean down, you don't have to look, you just look straight ahead. You can even lean, you can look this way and be talking over this way. It still picks up and it's clear. If you lean down, it muffles. But if you look out, just talk regularly, push your mic, you push to talk, and then it won't muffle it, all right? I'm going to get it in a minute. There we go. All right, so I would wear mine something like this. Now I wear a polo shirt most of the time, so it'd be a little bit higher, but again, I don't want to lean down. I want to look out. Or you can wear it under the collar of a polo shirt, even right here. Click it here, look ahead. Don't turn your head to it. That will end up muffling it. Just look out. It is made to pick up sound just talking out normally. So basically it's inconspicuous. So I don't want, if I'm leaning over, people know what I'm doing, but if I'm just sitting here talking, people think I'm just carrying on a conversation, which I am, but now I can talk radioing somebody and everybody can hear me. Now granted, these are super clear radios unless you're beside the person keying in, then they'll kind of pick up on each other until you let go. Once you let go, it will transmit the rest of it. As far as the talking wise, what I have found best is, say you need, now most of you are going to have zones or areas, you know, like area A, parking lot B, you know, because we would have like parking lot A, B, C, and D. Really, we have parking all the way around church, basically, except the very back. So if you needed help in parking lot A, you would say, you know, key up and say, assistance needing parking lot A, assistance needed parking lot A. Again, you don't lean down, you just talk out and you repeat yourself twice. So especially without the beep, if you have the beep on your radio, it goes beep, they know you're about to talk, they can probably hear it the first go. But if you say, you know, click it, hold it for a second, let it key into everybody's radio. Don't start talking as you click it first, and then wait for a second. Assistance needing parking lot A, assistance needed parking lot A. So that way they get the whole thing. They hear the talking start. Oh, I missed that part. What do you say about parking lot A? Assistance needed. Oh, assistance needing. Okay. Or you can call, we would call individuals. You know, we would call Joe below to parking lot A, Joe below to parking lot A, everybody else on standby, and then we would go to our areas of standby. Parking lot A would be covered, or active shooter, parking lot B, active shooter, parking lot B. And then we would know what to do at that point, who goes where. You know, you put that in your training, right? So you have one person go cover the back door for sure, especially if it's like glass type doors, you go cover the back door, depending on how many people you have. We have usually 8 people there. So when you have that, and we're a small church, so we're 150 people, 140, 160 normally on Sundays. So we have enough people to cover this, so we can say, you know, active shooter, parking lot B, one person goes to the back door, a couple persons stand in the rear, a couple people go out. So that's how that would be handled, and then we would kind of barricade up, and we would be ready for the shooter to come inside at that point. Or flat tire, parking lot B, need assistance, flat tire, parking lot B, need assistance. And that would key somebody up to where, you know, I've got a pump, I've got plugs, I would go out in my vehicle, I would get it, and we would take care of what needed to be taken care of at that point. So yeah, guys, just a little tips and tricks for the Hytera BD552i's. I like them. They work well for us. We haven't had them long, but we upgraded from cheap ones, and I've used cheap ones in the past. I don't suggest the cheap ones. If that's all you can afford, the $200 6-packs on Amazon, more power to you. They didn't work for us, not well at all. They were muffled, they were mumbled, they didn't work, they were staticky. These are not, these are crisp. Even here, like right now, this is the back of my private indoor shooting range is what I'm standing in. And even in my private indoor shooting range in my building, it's kind of Faraday caged. And then walking out, because this is back behind my house, walking into my house, we can still hear each other crisp. It's nice and clear. So yeah, 2aradiocenter.com. I'm going to put a link below. Check those guys out if you need any help. They will hook you up. And again, ask them what can be programmed in and what can be programmed out before they send it out, especially if they're shipping it to you, because you got to pay shipping back. Then they'll do it for free, but then but you got to pay shipping to them and probably shipping back to you. We're fortunate enough to just live right up the road, 45 minutes. I can just drive up and back. In fact, I got a buddy of mine that lives up there, so I can have him do a lot of stuff that goes to church with us. So not a big deal for us. For y'all, make sure you know what all can be programmed in and out. Choose what you want. Again, I suggest take that beep out when you're clicking it. I suggest getting the good earpieces. They're about 25 bucks a piece, not that bad. And they cut us a good break. We bought 8 of them, so they cut us a huge break. So check those guys out. Hit them up, 2aradiocenter.com, and ask them about their in-the-door professionals. Basically, tell them what you got. And again, these Hyteras, don't shy away from them. They're decent radios. Alright guys, this is Spencer Fence Training. Stay safe, stay armed. Hey, we want to take a second just to let you know that we offer concealed weapons classes in South Carolina. We are in Anderson, South Carolina. So if you're local to us, check us out at defensetraining.org. We also offer other training as well. You can check that out again. defensetraining.org. Also, we make holsters. We have custom holsters that we make, so you can go check those holsters out. They are ambidextrous and both inside and outside the waistband holsters. They are made of Kydex. They have a lifetime guarantee and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So check those out at defensetraining.org/holsters. All right, back to the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video below. Thanks.